You're likely working a job right now, one that you don't enjoy, surrounded by colleagues you don't prefer, and earning far less than you'd like. However, you continue with this job because it's your only income source, right? Probably you haven't saved any money, your expenses are through the roof, and your salary just covers the basics, leaving you unable to purchase the things you truly desire. You feel trapped in an endless abyss. Your credit card debts are high, and perhaps you have substantial college debt because someone once convinced you that graduation would lead to a good job, happiness, fulfillment, and success. You completed your studies with great effort, but you never worked in the field you were passionate about. Now, getting rich seems like a distant dream. You see young people on the internet flaunting their travels, luxury cars, and full bank accounts every day. Some have become rich, others millionaires, and even billionaires. You look at them and wonder how they did it. What's the secret to becoming rich, especially at a young age? It leaves you perplexed and angry. Some say they were lucky, others that they were born wealthy. Some go further, assuming they must have been dishonest to acquire such wealth, and you feel unlucky for not achieving any of it. Besides, the dreams you had of buying a mansion, your favorite car, and traveling the world will remain just dreams. You conclude that life is unfair, like a game of chance, where you only lose. It's been that way from the start, and you feel you're on the losing side. But what if I told you that you're mistaken? What if there was a way to achieve wealth, a real blueprint to start activating true wealth in your life? I'll reveal the science behind how money works. And what if you didn't have to give up the dream of owning that luxury car or traveling the world? You might think I'm joking or trying to deceive you, but soon you'll understand there's a side of the coin you haven't seen yet. But be warned, the path is tough, full of challenges and ups and downs. You'll need to discard some things taught in school and that society still tries to impose. Not everyone will make it to the end of this video, but those who do are truly interested in changing their lives. The path I'm about to present leads to wealth, so great that you never thought it possible. At the end of this road lies the freedom to never worry about money again. Are you with me? Then let's not waste any more time. What do you really think about money? Is it something you work for, earn, or inherit? Is it the root of all evil? Are you desperate to have more of it? Every thought you've formed about money has been influenced by your upbringing and environment. If you grew up in a family with little money, you're more likely to believe you'll never earn much. Schools didn't teach you how money works, leading to false beliefs about money that hinder your journey. Stay with me as we change your perspective on money. Hollywood often portrays the rich as evil, deceitful, or corrupt. Did you believe that lie? A recent report from a famous U.S. newspaper showed that 68% of the world's richest people, with a net worth of $30 million or more, became wealthy on their own. Studies support this conclusion. Warren Buffett, the greatest investor, became a billionaire. Howard Schultz, the former CEO of Starbucks, a multi-billionaire, was born into poverty. Oprah Winfrey, a multi-billionaire, was born in extreme poverty. Jeff Bezos, the second richest man in the world, wasn't born wealthy. His family was middle class. Elon Musk, the richest man, faced financial difficulties in his youth. Despite challenges, he became a multi-billionaire. What do they know that you don't? Your way of making money is flawed. Here's the formula you learned. Money equals the salary earned in a job. After a certain point, earning a higher salary becomes your educational goal. But if your goal is to accumulate a significant amount of money quickly, this formula won't work. We all have a valuable resource: time. In a regular job, your earnings are tied to the time invested. If you earn $7.50 per hour and worked 44 hours a week, it would take nearly 63 years to reach $1 million. Excluding taxes and expenses over those years, inflation would devalue your $1 million. Becoming rich on minimum wage is impossible, and becoming a millionaire is out of reach. You can only become a millionaire in old age, living in a weakened state, with most of your time gone. So you ask, how do some become millionaires and billionaires so young? They have a more effective formula. They understand money in a way you haven't mastered. Stop chasing money in a capitalist society. The rules are clear. You are rewarded based on the perceived value you generate. The market, including you, your friends, and your family, determines this value. People may complain that football players earn too much, but it's because the market values them. The football industry must have a market. People must value football to spend money on it. If there's high demand for football, players are generously rewarded. It's not about how hard you work. Look at a janitor. They work hard but earn less than an accountant. The market values the accountant's work more. The janitor's work is easily replaceable, while the accountant's skills are specialized. All jobs are worthy, but you'll be rewarded according to the value you generate. To increase your value, solve problems efficiently. Those who solve significant problems earn more. Jeff Bezos solved a billion-dollar problem with Amazon and was rewarded. If you're after money, you're on the wrong path. Seek problems and solutions instead. Once you find a solution, build a business around it. You don't need to create the next Amazon or Facebook. Start with a problem and listen to the market. Find a scalable solution. A restaurant isn't scalable, but a franchise is. An app is scalable online without production or shipping costs. You'll never build a scalable business in your job. Your solution must be accessible to everyone in your market. It's not about your passions. The market doesn't care about them. Now that you have a profitable business, you can continue running it or profit from selling it. This is acquisition, when someone buys the solution you've built. Examples include Instagram being acquired by Facebook and PayPal by eBay, making Elon Musk millions. Your effort in building your company pays off. If you keep your business, you might love it, add more value, or it might run passively. Either way, you've made it. You solved a problem the market wanted solved and were rewarded. Now what? It's not about money, but the freedom you sought. Your destiny was never about money, but the lifestyle you dreamed of. It's about freedom to do whatever you want without worrying about money. The most important lesson was about time, a resource we can't get back. Is it worth sacrificing time for a job you dislike? Is your life destined to work, go home, watch TV, sleep, and repeat until retirement? How much of your life are you wasting? Maybe you're okay with this reality. The biggest contribution of this video might be entertainment or a change in perspective. But those who want to never worry about money again must stop chasing money and start chasing solutions. This is the formula for wealth. I omitted many complexities, as the topics of money, business, and entrepreneurship are vast. Remember, most people won't succeed for various reasons, but taking risks is crucial. Take calculated risks. If you're in a job and want to earn more, ask yourself, what problems am I solving? This might help you monetize your job or career better. Solve more problems and earn a higher salary. Stop chasing money and start chasing solutions. Congratulations on reaching the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Please comment. I made it to the end. A big hug. And until the next video,